How you doing, guys? It is the Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Find tickets to Commanders games and more at SeatGeek. And it's time for your hot ticket presented by SeatGeek, the most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. We got to hear something. We're live at Duffy's, Capitol Hill.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Too quiet in here.
We outside.
They full from the wings, man.
Fred Smoot, Santana Moss, and if you like coming out and watching football, which we all do, we got wings, we got drinks, NFL Sunday ticket every Sunday. We got college football coming up every Saturday. And maybe they'll put on game day before every game for us.
Yes,
I bet
Lord.
they will.
Yes, they will. Plus, we got this cut water here, too. Now, we got to show some love to cut water.
I'm going to give it about 20 minutes.
Before I drink some of
And
that
then
cut
I'm
water.
going in. Great to be with you guys. Thanks for coming out. And, man, also, if you want a question on the air, we do this all the time, give us a call on the house phone right over there. Also, get yourself some swag. We got koozies.
We got hats.
We got bottle openers.
We got pretty much everything. And the first thing about these things is start with the word free.
Yes.
All right? That's what it starts
Free
with.
99.
Yeah, free. Give us a call, 703-726-7419. That's 703-726-7419.
Sing it, Jinx.
7419.
That's so soothing.
All
I want
right.
to go to sleep today.
How's everybody doing tonight? Okay.
Doing good.
Washington Get Loud at gmail.com. That's WashingtonGetLoud at gmail.com. All right, let's get to it. Special guest tonight. Guess who is going in the Ring of Fame at
Yes.
Who that? Who that?
One of the GOATs, Santana Moss.
This is the last weekend without his name
In the
being
stadium,
in
huh?
that
Yeah.
stadium. It's going to get rained on, his name. Birds going to drop turds on it. But it's going to be forever,
But it's
my
gonna be
friend.
there.
It's going to be there forever, my friend.
I like that one.
So,
I like
so
that.
at the end of the day, this is the last weekend. Y'all are the last group to see this man before he immortalized in Northwest Stadium.
That's what's up, man.
And what's,
Let's give him a hand, man.
give it up.
Call him the
Appreciate it.
Cowboy Killer. He played more teams than the Cowboys. I hope y'all know that.
So what's the over under on Santana's speech at halftime? How long?
All right.
Fred knows everything. So that's it from him.
It's a 3-minute opening where he get to speak. I'm going the over right at 1 minute 43 seconds is how long he's on last. What you got, Jinx?
That's pretty long.
I
too,
mean,
if you
I
ask
feel
me.
like less than that.
You feel like less than that?
yes.
Straight to the point.
I might fool y'all off. They might try to Sandman me off the damn podium.
But you know what? We give you a hard time, but only it's because, like, I know that you don't necessarily seek the
Yeah.
spotlight like
Yeah.
this, but what does this mean to you? I feel like a lot of fans would say this is long overdue.
Yeah. It means a lot. I think more so just from the point of just knowing that, man, you did so much. I mean, one of the things about us as players, man, like you can either be one of those guys that's saying I'm out here playing for these particular accolades, or you could say I'm just playing because I have this much love and passion for this game. And like I tell folks all the time, when you're gifted with our abilities, you know, like you was gifted to do what you do. You're great at doing that.
Thank you, man.
We was gifted to go out there and run up and down that field. We weren't just football players by choice. Like, you know, like for us to make it as far as we made it, Fred always bring up the 1%ers. Like, we are those guys.
It's true, though.
And
yeah.
so regardless if the guy's a first string, second string, third string, if he made it that far, if he was ever to have a career out of that, man, that's you have to give him something for that.
Yeah.
And beyond that, if you was able to go out there and put up good numbers and then now the team want to immortalize you, that's how special it is. So for me, like I said before, I didn't play for the Pro Bowls. I didn't play for the Hall of Fames. I played because this is my love. I played because of the guys that I was out there with. And when somebody can recognize you for that, man, you got to appreciate it because you went out there and you made them feel that, hey, man, what he was able to do, his body of work, we need to recognize it.
See, I'm going to change my over and under after that speech.
Oh, okay.
The over under now is moved to 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
The line's moving.
Now here go the questions. Over under.
Okay.
How many tears?
Oh, the tears
Come
gonna
down
come.
his cheek.
They're
How
coming.
many tears?
They gonna come.
I'm
They
going
gonna come.
7 deep. I'm going 7.
I'm gonna tell you like this, cause I've been like it's crazy. The other night I couldn't sleep. I took a pre-workout at like 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And I don't know why I took it so late. Normally I would take it earlier, but we had a long day of recording. Took it at 6 and couldn't sleep that night. And I'm laying there on the couch. I'm like, well, you know, I might as well start writing this speech.
Yeah.
And every time I got to my parents, I started boo-hooing.
Yeah.
So I said, well, damn, I can't say their name.
Come on, you got to give Papa Mouse, Mama Mouse some love,
You
man.
know I am,
Yeah.
but it was just, it was like a button.
Yeah.
Every time I
Rick
got
Ross.
to them,
Yeah.
it just came.
Yeah.
I could be laughing, talking about some of the memories with the guys, with the fans, but every time I got to my parents,
because you know the hard work that they put in, you know where you came
and
from.
And you know also, like, during those times when you were going to practice, whatever it was, like, they were the ones who had your back the entire time.
Look, I tell you like this, and like I said, I'm privileged for one to even have the opportunity, but the one thing that my parents have always showed me is the same thing you guys see from me or you saw from me throughout my game. You know what I mean? The same thing you see from me in my post-career. Like, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna show up. I'm not gonna just show up. I'm gonna be ready to go. You know what I mean? And that's what I saw from my parents. Like, they didn't have to tell me that you had to be a hard worker. They didn't have to tell me you have to do something or be successful. They showed it to us.
Yeah.
You know? And then not only showed it to us, they also put me in a situation as being their oldest to say, look, we're gonna be going all night. From the morning that we wake up until you go to school, we're gonna take you to school, drop you off. We might not come home until 12, but the food gonna be ready. Your brothers got to go to school, make sure they're ready, and you have all these responsibilities, and then you have to show up and be able to be accountable for what they gave you. And so being the oldest of the house and then now kind of reflecting on all those memories and all the times that when you start being rewarded for some of the things that you're doing well, you know, and we had guys like that in our neighborhoods, you know, that's kind of where we are today. That's why we was able to make it, because we understood that we could have easily took that road, but we didn't. We had guys that was already on that road that told us, nah. And then you also had the foundation at home with your parents that showed you, like, nah, this is what we doing. This is how hard we gonna struggle to make sure that you have your dream. You know what I mean? So that's why I said every time I brought that memory came up to them about them, that button came, man. It was like a push button.
Listen, I love getting just a little bit of alcohol in you. Because, boy, when I get the alcohol in you, it just runs
it's gonna
free.
come, right?
No, it don't stop. Like, people don't understand. This is how he been since I met him. I met him when we were very young, and he had the soul of this 73-year-old man. So he's right. He's always carried his parents with him and how he
That's
acted.
a good trait, though, man.
No, that's a good trait to have. It's always good to have that old soul, because it's preparing you to be an older person and you handle yourself. Like he said, he been taking care of his brothers since he was young. And if you ever talk to Nori and the rest of his brothers, they act just like he acts. So it's a trickle-down effect.
So let me ask you about your career, because everybody always points to, you know, Monday Night Miracle, but you played 14 years in the league. You know what I mean?
More than a Cowboy killer. Like, you an Eagle killer, a Giant killer?
Top 50 in yardage. And you think about all of the players who have played receiver in the National Football League. That's a remarkable career. So when you look back, what are some of your favorite memories for you?
So one of the things that stands out the most in my memory book is just getting drafted, period.
Really?
You know, if you think about I walked on to the football team at the University of Miami. I got a track scholarship, and I remember going on my visits to Western Michigan. I went to Eastern Michigan. I had a visit to go to at Utah, and after going to Western and Eastern, I'm like, man, I'm scared of this. I'm scared of going that far up because
you don't like the cold.
It's snow. Every visit I took, especially around the time I took it, it was snow on the ground. So I'm like, well, and then I would come home from those visits, and I'm like, damn, Tanner, University of Miami gave you a track scholarship. So why are you not trying to take that route? And I was saying to myself, because I wanted to be seen as a football player. And so I was taking the other visits, knowing that deep down inside, I just took those visits because I wanted to be known when I walked on to that campus as I'm a football guy. And I think when I went on those visits, it humbled me enough to say, look, you want to go that far away from home? You want to be during the off season, have to worry about getting home or when you gonna chill in, when you gonna see your parents, when you gonna see your brothers. I had two younger brothers that I thought the world of, so I wanted to be close. And I had one of those little things where I went to sleep one night and I was like, look, man, you either gonna suck it up and just go walk on and show you worthy of that football scholarship, or chicken out and go take one of them football scholarships. So it was easy. One morning I woke up, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the track scholarship. I'm gonna take the track route because they giving me the opportunity, not only the opportunity to walk onto the football team, but to play for one of to me, the prestigious colleges when it comes to football.
Storied
in the world.
I mean, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Has to be.
It's second only to Mississippi State.
Lord, here he go.
Mississippi State won.
I ain't know about Mississippi State till I met Fred Smoot. How about that?
hey, put them horns down now. Chicks, put them horns down.
I'm gonna call this right now. We're getting to Dublin, Columbus, all right?
So that's what it was about, man. So when I got drafted, that was big for me. That was huge because it's like, and not to say just getting drafted, I was able to walk in the back door of college football and come out the front door as a first round draft pick. Like, how about that? So to me, that stands that stands big on my, that I guess you can say that board when it comes to favorable memory. And then I think also too, when I came over to the Redskins, that we was once called the Redskins.
And you found a home.
Yeah. To me, that I came off the plane feeling like this was home, like because it was crazy. Leading into that draft, the week of the draft, it was I heard from nothing but the press up here. It's like, how do you feel about coming to Washington? And I'm one of those guys. We always said, we kid around and said, I'm like, I ain't from Missouri, but until it's done, you got to show me. And I'm glad I had that kind of mindset because sitting there watching it and seeing another guy's name get called at that pick, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't have my hopes high. But it was crazy. After the Redskins picked their guy, the next pick, the Jets moved up and grabbed me. So that's when the little light bulb went off. It's like, I was probably supposed to go there.
Yeah.
Then I get to New York and everyone tell me, like, we thought the Redskins was going to get you. And when we see they didn't get you, we moved up. So now having the opportunity to be drafted and then having the opportunity to now call Washington my home, those two stand out.
What was it like going up against Smoot in practice? Because you guys went at each other. In fact, didn't you guys face each other when you were in Minnesota?
Yeah, we did.
At least once, maybe?
No, we came back on Monday night.
Yeah. We faced each other once before then, too, when I was with the Jets.
Oh, yeah, early in our career.
The Burners came over, and that was like our first or second game of the season. And I remember Smoot. And by that time, it had done kind of died down. But when we first got in the league, I wanted blood from Smoot. I was like, the man called me. Look, first of all, I met Smoot in like 99, 98, and probably 99.
99, we went to the Playboy
All-American. We go to Arizona. And Smoot is like the guy that's just standing out amongst everybody. I mean, the guy's loud. He's talking crap to everybody.
I believe that. I believe
One of the guys that was there who was a pretty good receiver, Freddie Miller, Smoot talked about this dude and his mama and everybody else. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, boy, I know I like Smoot, but boy, he bring up anything like that about me, we gonna knuckle it out. We gonna do it. But for some odd reason, it's just like, when somebody, how they say real recognize real?
Oh, absolutely.
Smoot was saying all that jive, and then when me and him bumped into each other and said, it just like we clicked.
We were tied to the hip from the rest of the trip.
And the whole trip, we found our way around each other, having a good time, telling stories, talking, drinking. We didn't go whitewater rafting when the whole team went whitewater rafting. I opened my door and put my chair outside, and they're like, Tanner, where you? Y'all go ahead. I'll be right here when y'all come back.
We don't do those type of things.
I'm trying to see my senior year. I ain't trying to die in nobody damn river,
And it's funny because it was me, Tanner, LaDainian Thomas,
a lot of
and
us.
Deuce McAllister.
Yeah.
All us said, we not going.
We're not going.
Pop that Cristal.
Yeah,
we're going to continue to celebrate.
We popped bottles and had a good time in our room. But like leading into the league, man, like, we always wanted to face each other, but by the time we got here, it really wasn't no biggie, man. Once we did, it was comedy hour, because he saw him in front of me. Oh, I've been waiting for this. And I'm like, here this dude go.
And the funny part is we training for the combine in college, right?
Okay. Yep.
I chose to train in Boca Raton, of course, Tanner from Miami.
Yeah.
So I'm killing all the receivers that I got at the Chris Carter camp. I said, I'm through with y'all. I said, I'm finna go looking for Tanner. So I literally go to Tanner neighborhood looking for him.
You did?
Yes. Before we even got drafted.
This man called my cell phone. I pick up my phone. I see the number. I don't know. It's not saved. It's Miss Smoot, fool. Where you at? I'm like, who? Fred Smoot. I'm not here in Carol City waiting on you. I'm gonna lock you up on the field. I hung the damn phone up. And I'm like, how did mama got my phone number, man? I'm pissed off. I'm like, this dude here, man. But that's Smoot, though, man. You know what I mean? That's the dude he is. And I tell you all the time, like, because folks fail to realize, and we know Smoot for what he can do off the field, because he been like that. I came home from that visit with those guys in the Playboy All-American, and I told him, I was like, hey, look, man, I met the guy, Fred Smoot, that corner everybody talk about, must-see TV. I say must-see TV. That dude had us in tears the whole trip. And it's like he been the same guy, but not only that, he backed it up. Like the whole year, our senior year, I was watching ESPN to see his highlights. Like, this dude really he was locking people up. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's who you
Jinx, I see you the little hate in your eyes. Is this Texas hate?
I was like, really?
You were like, really? He did that?
No, listen, you guys were both ballers. It's funny to hear, you guys talk about each other like when you first, because you go way back.
Because we were so young then.
Exactly.
We were so young, so we time stamped by that time.
Hate mine.
We was time stamped by that time.
We had no clue of what life was going to be like after that.
That's
moment.
right now. Like, it's crazy to think about, like, sitting here right now in this moment.
Who'd have known
and
that?
At one point,
yeah.
Smoot's calling you, looking for you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
talking
like,
crap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's an
who he be.
amazing journey if you think about it.
Yeah.
But that's what sports takes you on.
Yeah.
Sports is just more than a ball game. You get guys that you're gonna chill with the rest of your life. They become family members of yours.
Yeah, no doubt.
And now, think about it. He was always known as the quiet one, and I was always known as the talker. Now he on TV talking just as much as me. So
You're
that's
sitting back chilling.
That's just how
But see,
shows
the thing it
go
is,
full circle.
it's always the person who just don't give you all what you want to hear is the quiet one. The folks who know me know I've never been quiet. It's just I'm an observer
Well,
first.
also there's a difference between talking amongst your friends and talking to the media.
I mean, I'm
there's
just
a
not gonna
huge
give
difference
everybody
there.
that. You know what I mean? You got to get around me and be around me long enough, and then I'm like, all right, I can open up to him or her. You know?
You're getting your deserved place in the Ring of Fame, and then we have a guy who's probably gonna be there one day in Terry McLaurin. Like he's finally here.
He chased.
Finally.
I got the numbers. He chasing.
He play one game, he gonna be in the ring.
He chasing.
What does it mean to this offense? I know it sounds like an obvious question, but there's no question that he elevates everything.
Yeah. It means a lot. I think, man, I'm so happy that they finally got that done. You know, I was one of those guys, like BC said the other day, I was saying it on all kind of
You was pushing.
networks. I was pushing.
pushing.
And I wasn't trying to be one of those guys like, pay him. You know, I was on both sides because I understand how it is as a player. You want to see your due just or your just due, however you want to put it. And then as a organization, you got to think about down the road. You know what I mean? You got to think about the guys that's going to be up next year. You got to think about your quarterback in a couple of years. So I understand where they was at when it comes to like, look here, we understand what you've done for us. We only throwing this number 30 out there in front of you just to try to bring you down.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
But we do respect who you are. And you a bad man.
Yeah.
So being that they finally got it done, I'm happy. Not for the sake of just he got his money, but just for the sake of our team. I think when you see Debo out there being able to put in the preseason that he did and just knowing what could that look like with Terry out there?
Plus, they're different types.
Yeah,
of
they
receivers.
different type
you know
of
what I mean?
receivers.
Like it's easy to throw everyone in the same pot, but Debo is a Swiss Army knife.
Look,
Terry's the deep
different
guy,
challenge.
runs the great
I
routes.
couldn't
right.
see Debo be Debo without Terry. You see what I'm
It
saying?
opens everything up.
Yes.
Together, it's a hell of a combination.
Right.
You
Sum
understand?
of the parts.
So that's why I wanted to see Terry, because I understand that regardless of how much people outside of this region respect him, we know what he brings to the table. This team knows what he brings to the table. Number 5 know who he is. And so when him on the field, he's gonna move, like, look, play him crazy if you want to. Give him man to man and see what him and 5 do to you. So I wanted that. I wanted that effect for our team. I wanted to have that guy that you can say, look, man, you know, boy, what if we had Terry today? You know what I mean? I didn't want that. I didn't want us to go into the season iffing. You know what I mean? I wanted to see the guy out there. And I'm glad, that's why I said I'm glad he got his money. I'm glad he put it behind us. But I'm more so happy because now our team get to be our team. We get to really go out there, you know, with everybody and say, okay, this is what we're going to look
At full
like.
strength,
Yeah, you know, I'm just glad because now we don't have to answer that question for the fans no more.
Right.
Like the fans will really come
And
with
I'm
you.
sure they were
Are
all
we gonna
over
pay
you? Yeah.
Terry? And I'm like, have you ever seen a wife and a husband negotiate? Like, this thing go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like it just will not be easy. It's no such thing as an easy negotiation. All they trying to do is meet in the middle. And all I can say is this: ours finally got handled, and at least we not the Dallas Cowboys.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, look at what happened in Dallas.
I'm so happy for Dallas,
Jerry
man. Ain't
Jones
y'all happy
lost
for
his
Dallas?
damn mind.
Yeah, clap
Ain't
it up for
y'all
Dallas.
happy for
You know what I'm
Dallas?
saying?
Give it up for Dallas screwing
I'm
everything
so
up.
damn happy for them,
Don't
man.
worry about it.
Lord
Jerry's
have mercy. There's a God that you need a reason.
Long live Jarrah.
Hey.
Long live Jarrah. Long live Jarrah.
Hey,
We
I
need
was-
Jarrah to live forever.
Hey, boy, I'm so happy for them.
Oh,
Jarrah
They-
just
did you see
sold.
that press conference? By
They
the
got
way?
just what they needed.
Oh,
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Jarrah
Like,
just
how you
sold a
do that?
Bentley.
How you do that?
He just sold a Bentley for $9,000. Listen, I am so happy. So that's the way negotiations can go.
Yeah.
Like easily it can go that way. So at the end of the day, I'm happy Terry got it done.
Yeah.
Because with him on this offense, especially as a cornerback looking at this group and saying, how would I try to stop them individually? I can't tell you how to, because number 5 can change an ordinary player into a special player. And he can change a good player into a special player.
Yeah.
He multiplies everything around you. Well, Terry does the same for the pass catchers.
Yeah.
So what does it mean for a quarterback? And Santana, you know this, when you have that chemistry, right? Like I was using the example the other day on my radio show, and I was talking about how you guys tell stories about how you'll have chemistry with one another, develop to the point where you don't even have to say anything. It's a look.
No, I need to look, nod. It's a nod. Are we seeing the same thing?
Right.
Yes. I ain't had that look with all my quarterbacks.
Right.
So don't ask me that. I don't know.
I thought you had it with Jay Cam.
No, stop playing with me. But I tell you this. There's certain quarterbacks that I played with that I didn't have the chemistry, but they just knew who to go to.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Mark Brunell, when I was here, Todd Collins when I was here, Donovan McNabb when I was here, Rex Grossman when I was here. Kirk Cousins had that as a young guy. Like, certain quarterbacks say, scrap what they calling. We're 89. Okay, he over there, alert 89.
Yeah.
Like, I would lead a huddle. Mark say, hey, I need you backside. Be ready.
Because he knew.
Yeah.
That touchdown catch in Jacksonville, I was not in the progression. Mark said, I might need you.
Oh, really? He just threw that out there.
It was cover two.
Yeah.
The route, you see my route, it was lazy because I'm sitting there. I see the safety.
You talking about the one you had to jump between two people, right?
When I saw the safety, I already asked myself out. I said, well, I'm not getting this ball.
Yeah.
Because I got cover two.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
and Mark came still. Like, I'm going to put it up and down quick enough because I know he's going to make a play.
Yeah.
So, being the person I am, I'm not trying to let you down. I ain't trying to let you down. When I look back and see the ball, I got the safety coming down.
Yeah.
He going to have to hit me in my face. I'm going to get That's me.
Bleep that. hey, you got to take a couple of those because he going off a little of that drink.
It's a lot. Y'all
get
what y'all want, right? Y'all want me,
now.
Right? So I'm going to give you me.
Give it to him 100.
But that's what went through my mind. I say screw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to make this play.
Yeah.
So those are quarterbacks that I always love playing with. The ones that say, this is the play, but I'm going to find the guy who's going to make the play. I'm going to give him a chance.
And Jayden has that with Terry.
And that's what Jayden has.
Well, I remember, who would I say had that? Which, all right, because his arm was so weak, he used to let the ball go so quick, and I think it gave you a view. Todd Collins. It's something about you and Todd.
Todd Collins,
and I thought the more I studied it, I was like, you know what? It's because Todd know I got to let it go now, and that gives Tanner the most time he probably ever had with a quarterback.
It was pouring raining, the last game of the season. We playing the Cowboys. I literally slipped on the end route, got up, ran the route, and the ball was already there.
Yeah.
I basically caught it like I was getting a handoff, like from the quarterback. That's how soft the ball was.
Yes.
But he just knew, like, I'm throwing it to him. Because regardless of what happens through his route, he's going to make the play. And that's what you need in a quarterback, and that's what you saw last year. And last year you saw Jayden show the world that we was talking about we need more receivers. Yeah. And then we sitting here, two of these guys just got paid.
Two of them got paid.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of what Jayden was able to do with
Ford Smoot multipliers.
That's what you need.
Let me ask you this, and I think it's pretty common knowledge amongst football fans that if you had a consistent quarterback with you, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Like, you're right there.
I mean, when you look at the numbers, arguably you could say I am without that.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's guys' numbers that I have.
Guy after guy. So,
but I understand how it goes. You know? So
I mean,
it's some politicking in there.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're Terry, what does it mean now? Because he kind of went through that. I know that comparison has been made between you and Terry. Like, early on, he hasn't had a quarterback to throw to him, but now he does.
I think it might be
his
playoff games.
His trajectory is a little different. By the time Terry finished, he should be a Hall of Famer. I think right now, by the time he finished with his career, he probably be the greatest Redskin or Commanders receiver.
You think so?
He's on that trajectory. He's on that path. I think if you look at it, his first year is the only year he didn't have 1,000 yards, and he had 900. And every year after that, he had 1,000.
And last year was the first time everyone took notice. You know what
but
I mean?
last year, that was the first time he got double-digit touchdowns, and actually ended up breaking the record.
And then he got the playoff games. So that's the difference.
And so the playoff games too. Like when you think about it, look, they just had a list go out of guys who should be up for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
they had Jody Edelman in there, and they had
Julian,
whatever. I said Jody, right?
Yep.
Julie Edelman, and
we
what
call
the guy
him
name
Jody.
is?
Dez.
If you look at their yards, they're 700 and 700.
7,000. Yep.
7,000 and 7,000. But the reason why I bring that up is because they've played so much in the postseason. So where the recognition, that's where it starts.
Right.
Like you think about Lynn Swann.
That's where the spotlight comes in.
That's where the spotlight.
Lynn Swann was a playoff guy.
Lynn Swann, look at his yards.
It's because of those Super Bowls.
But he won Super Bowls. So you get a guy like myself scratching your head like, what? Okay, my numbers is there. Why they get more attention? Why I never got that nod? It's because they played on the spotlight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I was in New York, I had those games. I had those spotlight games. 3 out of my 4 seasons there, we was in the postseason. I was putting up those numbers as a number 2, and then I later, became a starter. So that's that's all it's about, man. It's about seeing yourself on that big stage.
Yeah.
How many times have he's performed on a big stage? When you look at our big stage has been most of our, divisional games. You know, the Cowboys, the Eagles. You know what I mean?
Giants.
Some of the playoff games that we have played in, I performed.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a lot of them.
Yep. Well, here go the numbers right here. Terry now sitting at 6,379 yards. We're sitting at that 379. They put him 113 yards behind Bobby Mitchell at number 5. Mm-hmm. They put him 1,488 behind Santana Moss at number 4 with 7,867. Gary Clark at number 3, making him 2,300 yards away from Gary. Charlie Taylor, who people don't give his props to.
Charlie Taylor was a baller.
Went 9,011 yards. All right, and Terry's 2,700 away from that. And at number 1 with 12,000 yards is Art Monk. And he 5,647 yards away from Arthur Monk.
He'll be the guy by the time he's done.
Well, you're right up there. So we gotta move to a segment where we do lists, and Anna does this. Anna is here, by the way. Give it up for producer Anna.
Yeah.
Anna, Bobana, Banana, Fana, Fofana.
How you doing, Anna?
I'm good, thank you.
Also,
how are
Anna's
you all?
Buffs are playing right now. We're doing a great job on the show.
Colorado Buffs.
I'm trying to stay focused, but it's difficult.
You're crushing
guys.
it. You're crushing it. Also, let's tell you about SeatGeek, and then we're going to do lists because Anna does this just
Pay
to annoy
them bills.
She does this to annoy you. You know
Yes,
that.
I totally understand. Pay them bills.
Guys, let's talk about SeatGeek for a second. This summer, SeatGeek has your ticket to the best live concerts in the DMV area at Northwest Stadium. They make it easy to catch world concrete tours and high wattage performances from your favorite artists all summer long. SeatGeek has the best seat, your seat, for an unforgettable summer. It's been an unforgettable summer. From rock royalty to rap superstars, R&B to country. Find it all on SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of Northwest Stadium. Summer concert season has rocked.
Yes, it has.
At Northwest
Kendrick
Stadium.
Lamar, Beyonce at Northwest Stadium.
Oh, you were there for that? Cowboy Carter?
No, I did not have on Cowboy boots that day.
I checked it out, but I wasn't in uniform.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
You didn't go with the hat on.
Oh, no.
10 gallon.
Couldn't do it.
Well, guess what? All the women in the DMV had cowboy boots on that day.
Oh, no,
and it was their first day.
I appreciate them for participating.
Hey, listen, I understand.
They came ready.
I was at the Kendrick Lamar concert myself.
Oh, well, that was a good one.
Not like us.
Now, time now for it's still list season because it's right before the game against the Giants. So, top 3 players to watch for Washington this season.
Top 3 players.
Top 3.
Who you got?
They could be on the same side of the ball. They could do whatever. Just top 3. Well, everything starts and ends with a Jedi. Everything starts and ends with Jedi 5. Let's start there. Jayden Daniels. All right. Y'all gonna be shocked about this next one. Because everything ain't about the glitz and the glamour. Some stuff about nasty people doing nasty things. All right. So I'm going Larry Tunsil.
There we go.
At number 2.
There we
the
go.
big barracuda. Somebody that's part of the divine swine offensive line. All right, I'm saying Larry Tunsil because last time we won Super Bowls, it was because of that offensive line, the Hawks, and that defensive line with Dexter Manley and Charles Mann. All right. After that, the third person I'm going to go. Debo. I ain't going to do that. All right. The third person I'm going to go, El Capitan. Bobby Wagner. Everything starts with Bobby Wagner on the defense. So that's Jedi 5.
Okay.
Laramie Tunsil, Bobby Wagner.
I like that lineup.
That's pretty soft. What do you think?
Strong. Well, he took one of my guys.
We do this every day.
He always taking somebody. I mean, he actually saw my piece of paper. That's what he did. Now I'm lying. So what I'll say, since he already gave Jayden the knowledge, I'm going to say one of those receivers got to stand out. It's going to either be Terry or Debo. I'm going to say Terry.
Okay.
Regardless of what he went through this offseason, you know what I mean? You get a guy in that situation, he's going to show you how grateful he is. He's going to come out here and one of the things about Terry, he treats everything like a business. So he's going to be ready. He's going to be prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Terry offensively. On the defensive side, I'm going to say Quan. People don't understand what I see in this number 20 out there,
He in a Pro Bowl mode right now.
There's something about this guy. He got that air read in him, man. You know, he almost parrot-toe right now walking into the building.
Yeah.
He just have, one of the things that I love to see in a football player, we look at the ability, athleticism. We look at the guys that fly around that pass that test. Yeah. I like to see this.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can see the mental by how he shows
everything
up.
slowed down.
What he's doing in certain plays. How was he able to?
You can absolutely see the development. There's no question.
Bingo. So when you see a guy that you say, well, wow, how did he make that play? Because he has it here. He has the tools. He has the knowledge because he's studying. He's doing the things behind the scenes.
That was a great pick right there.
So I got Quan for my second guy. And third, He took Wagner, which I told you he took 2 of my guys.
There it is.
But I'm gonna say the guy who we all see right now. This vision of this guy has been in our head since the NFC Championship game, and he's been flying over the top of the Eagles line. I'm gonna say Frankie Louvu.
Listen, I love me some Louvu.
I don't know if there's a player who plays like a maniac more. And I
Tasmanian
love it.
Devil.
I mean, the
That's my
effort
guy.
on every
Hair
single
on
play,
fire.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what you want: energy, intenseness, and serious about his job. That's what you want. The one thing about linebackers, you want them to be able to swap paint. I don't care if it's with an offensive lineman, running back, quarterback. It don't matter. Frankie Louvu going in head first.
Let me ask you, why is it that Frankie Louvu is, I feel like personally, is criminally underrated?
Yeah.
Like across the league, this guy is an absolute
I thought
rocket.
this year they finally started to
they
give
gave
him
him
props.
Finally.
Well, guess what? He was in purgatory. He was in
Carolina.
When you in a losing situation, you see it happen all the time where losing teams do not get votes. You don't get Pro Bowl votes. You don't get none of that. Like your market know you good. They appreciate you.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get appreciated with the rest of the guys until you get those playoff games. All right? Come on, we was in the league, when NFC East, Philadelphia was running stuff with McNabb, Andy Reid. So guess what? Me and Champ was doing everything that Bobby Taylor and Troy Vincent was doing. But they playing playoff games and they trying to play for Super Bowls. We going fishing when January starts.
Yes.
It's a difference.
Speaking of that, that's just like what we be talking about when I had my second Pro Bowl season, which was an outright season. I didn't get it, but I was 4th in our division, which that's a shoe-in. I didn't get a vote.
Did you not really?
Because we didn't have a good team.
Yeah.
Didn't get a vote. It was a lot of other stuff I think that happened earlier that year that led to that, not me getting a vote, but that's what happens sometimes. So you don't get the recognition because of your team just sucks. So when you got a guy like Frankie, when he came over, I think when he came over to us, that was the first time everybody like kind of
paid attention to him. Big market,
And then he showed up. So it's one thing of being saying, all right, we're finna watch this guy. But he came here with his head on fire, man, and every week you saw something from this guy. So I think when you look at the top 100 players, he was up there.
Yeah, he was up there. He was up there. Yeah.
So that's when now the league has noticed. You know, now he's that guy in the league that everybody he's not going to surprise nobody no more.
Right. You know who I can't wait to watch, and I loved him in college, is Mikey Sainristil still.
Oh yeah,
and
I
now
love
he's
Mikey.
going back to slot corner where he belongs. I know he's kind of bounced around last season.
No,
That secondary
he can play wherever you need him to.
Yeah,
That's what all these corners can do. Jonathan Jones, all these guys, wherever they need to fill in that week, that's where they're going to fill in at. And I'm going to tell this crowd now, y'all going to love Trey Amos. Now, the one thing about it is, y'all don't love no cornerback every day. Like some days y'all like us, some days you hate us. I promise you, y'all would like these 2 youngsters we got more days than you hate them. They're talented guys, and they're fearless. They're fearless because they'll walk on the line of scrimmage with anybody. They don't care.
So let's get ready for the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, all right.
It's
All
week
right.
1.
Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
That's right.
Yeah. Remember last time we were here and there was a dude in the back in the Jets jersey going, "What about the children?" And we kicked him out immediately. What are you talking about?
Hey, listen, man, listen. I will say this about New York.
Oh my God.
That might be the best defensive front that we face all
They
year.
are no joke.
And we're gonna have to say we're gonna have to play them twice. You talking about
throw the names out there. I'm waiting for you.
Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, who the youngster they just got?
Carter, right?
Abdul
Carter.
And
then you got Brian Burns.
Burns,
Like, you talking about, can nobody get help this game? Everybody gonna have to be every man for himself on that offensive line. Like, listen, I know how I feel,
man.
but luckily they got Russell Wilson at quarterback.
Look, you got to come with a game plan.
Yeah.
The game plan has to be, I'm gonna set the tone with them. I'm not letting them peel their ears back and say, I'm finna get after this quarterback. You got to go downhill with these guys.
You got to run at them.
You got to run at them.
Run at the pass
rushers. You got to
rushers.
get them off of what they want to do special.
Yeah.
They know how special they are after getting after the quarterback. But at the same time, too, when you have a quarterback that we have, they going to also know that we can't.
Don't break your lane, Terry.
Bingo.
Because it's gone.
But I still feel like we have to be one of those aggressive guys or teams when it comes to just saying like we gotta attack what they do best. You know what I'm saying? Slow them down, get them tired, and then say, okay, now we can do what we want to do.
Let me ask you this, because a lot of people have said, which I disagree with this, but it's, hey, sophomore slump, look what happened to C.J. Stroud.
What?
Why does that not happen to Jayden Daniels?
Well, first of all, the offensive line got better. Yeah. All right, so the protection is 2 times better than it was last year. 2, it's slowing down in JD5 head too, because he just got a year and put it behind him. 3, C.J. Stroud is really a true pocket passer. I got beat you with the 5th element. That's his legs. So have they stopped Lamar Jackson from running yet?
Nope.
Have they stopped Josh Allen from running yet? Have they stopped Josh Allen from throwing? So they ain't going to stop him from throwing. So that's just the way it goes. Some weapons cannot be stopped. They can be slowed down, but they cannot be stopped. And our guy, the only Achilles heel Josh Allen had was he would turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Our guy is clean with the football, making him even harder to stop. Precision passer, understands coverages. No, you don't slow him down. It's a tornado. You try to get out his way, but you'll never slow it down.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to say much more. I mean, the thing that I noticed about what was going on in Texas with the quarterback situation is that he couldn't escape the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things that showed up big. And anytime you see a quarterback, you know, that's the first thing that kind of had me scratching my head about Jayden Daniels, because it was more hoopla about how good he was with his legs than it was
but
how
he's a passer
how
first.
good.
He's a passer first.
When he came out of college, if you didn't watch him, you would have thought he was just a guy that could run.
Yeah.
Until you really, I watched a couple of games in college.
5,000 yards pass.
His deep ball is unbelievable.
I saw what he did in the air. So when it came down to watching him really on an NFL setting and see him play amongst those kind of guys, I'm like, well, this guy's beating you with his
arm
with
and
here,
his mind too.
With here and his arm.
Yeah.
And then when he need to get out of dodge, get out of danger, I'm gonna use these legs. That's the difference.
Yeah.
When you see him in Stroud, that's the difference. Stroud can't escape.
Yeah.
He has to beat you. If you're not open, he's doomed. You know what I mean?
He need clean blocking. He need clean protection. My guy really gets jiggy when things break down.
Yeah.
Like where's the low point in his game?
You hope you don't get out to him too fast. You pray.
Yes, I was gonna ask
you
about
pray
that.
that you step back
It's
and they
interesting
cover.
where sometimes you almost don't want
Yeah.
a play to break down.
No, it's called a sugar rush, where they rush 3 yards up the field,
Okay.
the defensive end, and they just stop. They stop because if they rush too far, he's going to take off and run in the alley.
Prime example, NFC Championship game.
Okay.
Do you remember our last fumble that we recovered and they said that it still went the other way?
Yeah.
We was only down by 11, driving, finna score. And at that point, they stopped
rushing.
And he was killing them.
Yeah.
He was killing them from the pocket with everybody in coverage. So when you have a guy that can do that, man, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
This guy can't be defeated.
Yeah.
You don't have an answer for what he does best. And if you bring a guy to, he gonna outrun the guy that's sitting back there waiting on him.
Yeah.
So that's what he has, man. And I think he has a superpower that a lot of guys wish they had.
Triple threat.
When you look at the receiving core, and one guy that we don't talk about, I think, enough, at least in my opinion, is Zach Ertz. Who was great last season, and we keep hearing that during training camp, like he's formed he already has that connection with Terry McLaurin, but obviously JD5 and Zach Ertz are going to be crucial this year.
I think we had to talk about him. He's part of the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah, Zach Ertz, Terry McLaurin and Debo.
The Father, the Son, and Zach Ertz.
The sun, the moon, and the earth. All right, third rock from the sun. Like, at the end of the day, we talk about this man. He's the safety valve for him. Your tight end is always going to get you out of trouble. And what was his numbers?
24 and 24 in that playoff run.
Like, never missing the ball. Like, when you can throw it to somebody like that, even when they're covered, way to get him that energy. This is gonna be fun right now. This is gonna be fun right now. But when you have that type of safety valve, now what we did look up with that none of us thought we were gonna do was he was gonna play all 17 regular season games. He stayed healthy last year, and I think that's a testament to Coach Quinn and him knowing how to handle veteran and older players. So the thing we have to wish for when it comes to Zach Ertz, healthy again, because if he healthy, he gonna produce.
I think also with that being said, just having the other guys to be able to spell them every now and then. Having a guy like Yankoff
and talent back there.
You got talent now. You have a guy in Bates who last year showed everybody that what he was worth when he came
Bates
out there.
Motel, baby.
We've been seeing that for the last few years in Bates, but last year was the year that he stamped it, and I think that comes to just the development of him.
And he's been crushing dudes in the preseason.
That's what I'm saying.
Too,
and then and you saw a lot of what he did, what he was able to do in the blocking scheme of things. But I think he's a guy now you can, see him a little more in the passing
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
he can run and he can catch. So
One of the best
And then
blocking
you never
tight
know
ends in the
whenever we get, Ben Sinnott ready, man, whenever he because you got to think about it. Everybody want to see this guy be the guy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes time. Sometimes 2 or 3 years.
Different,
you know what I'm
different
saying?
time for different
Yeah,
players.
different stroke for different folks. So I think the core tight ends that we have, along with Zach, man, they're gonna be ready and primed to go, and they're gonna be able to spell him when we need to give him his rest.
How is this running back room going to shake out? Because I know that Bill
Dollar bill,
Dollar
y'all.
bill,
has
baby.
been the
Dollar
star of training
bill.
camp. I mean, he has that
Yeah.
burst. He's
Yeah.
violent.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason he wasn't drafted sooner is because he played one game in Arizona. But he's a player.
Because of suspension. We
Right.
found a diamond in the rough with not a lot of tread on the tires. Come on, we all in here went and bought a used car, got home, told our homeboy, hey, this thing ain't got but 20,000 miles on it.
Mine lasted through college, 4 years.
Yeah,
Jim.
that's what I'm talking about.
$400. Buick Sabre.
And that's what you need. Like at the end of the
Buick
day.
LeSabre?
$400. You hear me?
And that's what
That
you
thing
need.
broke down
That's
so
what
much.
we found. We found a
Yeah.
deal, and now I think what they're gonna do though, I think they're gonna divvy up the carries very good, so you don't know how we attacking them.
Yeah.
Now that Bill brings speed, plus power, plus a way to get through the hole. When he comes in the offense, you don't know what we gonna do because
Yeah.
he can actually catch the ball out the backfield. So none of our backs undresses the offense. None of our backs say, "All right, well they ain't passing the ball. All right, well he can't pass block or this or that." All of them can do everything just good enough for the offense can do everything. I think who's really just slobbing at the mouth right now is Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh, Cliff Kingsbury.
Because he can
Oh,
unleash
you know.
the whole because of the offensive line. Because last year we kept tight ends in a lot.
Yeah.
We kept the backs in to help block a lot and chip. He ain't gonna have to do that
Well,
this
early
year.
on, people were like, why isn't he open up the playbook? I'm like, he's got a rookie quarterback in game two.
And he got an offensive line that needs a little help from time to time.
Yeah.
But now that you got Larry Tunsil over there,
you don't have to chip at all.
Hey, I don't think you got chips and dips. You do that at home, right? During the game, we ain't gonna do no chipping. It's gonna be one man can take this guy away, and then
Right.
we need to double team on the other side. We can do that. So if anybody gonna be unlocked this year besides JD5, it's gonna be Cliff Kingsbury.
Let's go to the defensive side of the football. And I know they added Von Miller, maybe not in his prime, but even last year. Anna put this in the rundown. Great job, Anna.
Yeah.
Buffs are up 7-0 as we speak. But no one got off the ball quicker
Fastest
last season
off the
than
ball.
Von Miller.
Yeah.
Last season, even as a vet.
Yeah, most definitely. I think I gave Anna that
I
little
think it's the
nugget.
chickens.
Yeah, no, I
You know,
think I
he
gave-
raised
yeah,
he
'cause
raised chicken.
He raised
so-
chicken and he chased them.
Anybody got to chase chickens?
I don't know
every
if you
day.
ever chased one, but I'm from Mississippi. I'm from
I'm
Mississippi.
from Florida. We chase chickens.
We chase them.
Rabbits and chickens.
Yes.
So-
and no, that's actually an art.
So
where
don't
we
be
from.
surprised when you got fast guys coming from Florida.
Was that in Rocky, too?
It's rabbits and
Rocky
chickens out
was
there.
chasing
he
the
was chasing
chicken.
the chicken.
And that's why we feel like Rocky. You know what I'm saying? It happens, but I just think his get off is gonna it's helping him to age well as
Yeah.
a pass rush, and the fact that he's not just a sacker; he's a sack, script, force, fumble guy. Like he's going for the trifecta every time he gets his hold on you. But don't worry about Von Miller.
Yeah.
Just like JD5 is the force multiplier on offense, Von Miller is a force multiplier on defense. He's gonna make sure. Frankie Louvu rushing from the other side, not getting double teamed. He gonna make sure that Kinlaw and Johnny Newton all getting one-on-ones in the middle. Their sack total goes up.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll stay at 6 or 7, but what about the other guy that got 7 and the other guy that got 7?
Yeah.
And it starts to be a group effort, and he's the catalyst for it.
I think one of the things that stands out about what you see on our defensive side of the ball, when you add a guy like Von Miller, like he just spoke on, that opens up everything else for everybody else. Because when one guy get more attention, or you have to double team one, then you got a guy in the middle that needs to be dealt with in Kinlaw. You have a guy in the middle that needs to be dealt with our young guy.
Yeah,
from
Johnny Newton, Payne. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then not only that, you got a guy in Louisville who have a different role that I don't know how they gonna stop him from blitzing.
Coming
It's a good
down
question.
here.
He finds the way every time. So, when you have those kind of guys on your team, period, offensively, defensively, special team wise, it just set things up to be one of those things that we're gonna always be in the seat of dictating everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have that special because I've been on teams where we went in there and were like, what?
Let's just take their punches.
We got to take their punches.
Take their punches.
We got to hope so that we got to bend but don't
You
break.
gotta absorb it.
We just trying to get to the fourth quarter.
Now we the one coming.
Dictating
you
the terms.
change what you got
Yeah.
going on. We bringing it to you. You know what I mean? Offensively and defensively, but especially defensively when you see the different key pieces that we have.
What does it mean when you have a veteran? Because even Javon Kinlaw was saying, like, I look over and I see Von Miller, like, popping off the football, like immediate, like it inspires me. Like I'm trying to get to that level. Like he sees it. When you have a veteran, I know you experience this too.
Well, he gonna think about it. You got him and Wagner telling the defense, follow us.
Yeah.
We know the trail to the Super Bowl. We know where it ends at. We know how to get there, and we know how to finish it. All right, when you got two guys like that on two different levels of your defense, it changes everything. It changes how you go about your business. It changes what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. So it's just a different floor. Don't worry about the ceiling.
Yeah.
The floor is high. I know Michael Jordan said that the floor is high.
Yeah, what was Jordan saying back then, man?
No, he was saying the floor is the ceiling.
The floor is the ceiling. And you're like, that's MJ. That's all
I
right.
think we coming to you now, Anna.
Oh, we come to Anna? All right, let's go.
Well, I think it's time we're going to do Q&A.
Q&A,
Sorry.
okay.
Give that boy a
Feedback.
rag.
Does anyone have any
Does
questions?
anybody here have questions? If not, we can skip forward.
Well, yeah,
but
yeah.
if anyone has any questions for Fred or
I
Tana
know
or
that was
James,
kind of
Anyone?
light. I know her voice is kind of light. It doesn't carry. Do y'all have any questions y'all want to ask me, Jinx, or Santana? It can be pretty much anything. Do you want them to come
we
up
have
here,
one.
Anna? Y'all
We
come
have
up.
someone in the back. We have someone in the back.
The toughest opponent. I think the toughest opponent is going to have to be the person that
question.
won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
They in our division. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. But I would say besides them, because that's a rivalry game, so throw that out, I would say the Kansas City Chiefs. I say that's the game. No, be quiet. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you here?
No.
You just bust on yourself, huh?
We got a spy in the building. We got a spy in the building.
What are you doing?
She didn't told on herself over there.
You got caught. You got caught.
Oh, man.
Yay.
Anybody else?
What you got? Who we got? All right, stand up. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Would you call the Cowboys game Monday night best game of your career, although you may have had a better game statistically?
Okay. Would I call it? No.
Thank you.
I think my favorite game of my career, that's what I'm saying. See, you guys, I appreciate the love for the Cowboy game because I understand what it means. You know, I understand that playing the Cowboys was like a Super Bowl game for people who was Redskin and Commanders fans. So I understand it. I get it now. I'm not tripping. But as a player, I did nothing. The team did nothing until those last couple of 2 minutes. So you don't give yourself a pat on the back. Now, I did
being a good
appreciate
parent.
it. I appreciate that flight home because, boy, we were partying. You talking about drinking and playing cards? Boy, hey, we didn't
right.
sleep. But I would say my favorite game of my career, was the Jacksonville game in 06, the 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
And that same year in 05, the Christmas Eve game against the Giants with 3 touchdowns. Those two stand out.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 favorite games.
Great question.
I like that question. Great question.
What you got, Doug Williams?
Santana and Fred, where do we stack up against Eagles at this point with Terry back?
Good question. Good question.
Great question.
Great question. Let's start with those bleacher creatures from Philadelphia. All right. They showed us what we was slacking at. All right. The question was,
Where we stand up.
Where do we stand up against the Eagles when it comes to the team that we have now?
And Terry McLaurin.
And Terry McLaurin. All right. We are on pace with them because last year we saw in the NFC Championship game, they were just bigger than us.
Yeah.
They pushed us around. They beat us up in the trenches. So what did we do? We went and got Ken Law, who was like 6'5", 340 pounds.
First man off the bus. First man off the bus.
Larry Tunsil. All right, moving Coleman to guard, got bigger. All right, Sam Cosby in there. We drafted the first round of Connolly. We got bigger. All right, we went and got Dietrich Wise. We got bigger. We got our eye blacked in the alley last year. Well, we ready to go back and fight in that same alley this year.
Yeah.
All right, and we brought some size with us. They lost more players than we gained. We gained more players than they lost. I think we got a chance with them. Plus, I feel like our quarterback is better than theirs.
Yeah. I like Fred's take on it. I think personally to me, you know, regardless of how big they were, we saw those same guys when we beat them at home. And I think the only thing that we didn't do in that NFC Championship game is just show up. You know, we had a lot of guys that just, you know, fell short of what that game was meant to be. As players, you live to be on that stage. And a lot of guys didn't show up. You know what I mean?
Didn't.
So to me, if you ask me, we can play with anybody. You just got to show up. You got to hit a guy in the mouth. And that's what I was always about. Look, man, I'm going to bring it to you before you bring it to me to show you what type of day it is. And I think that's what they did to us. When that guy, when Saquon got that ball in his hand and went and hit the left sideline and scored on us,
I'm talking about the first play of the game.
I knew it was going to be a long one for us.
Yeah.
And then our team doubled down and fumbled the ball every time they got it. So that's what showed me that we just weren't ready for the moment.
We let them off the hook.
Bingo, there you
Can't
go.
win with them.
You know?
Won't do it.
So I just feel like we got to show up, man. I don't think it's about even. I mean, I love the fact that we did go out there and get those key players, but big or no big, man, we could play with anybody. You got to show up.
All right, we got more questions.
Any more questions?
All right, what you got?
Okay, so I'm still learning about this football thing.
All right, I got you. We're gonna take it easy on you.
All good?
I've been going to the preseason games,
All right.
but my bestie, right? She keeps telling me preseason game don't really mean nothing. It's the season game. That means
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Don't the preseason game mean something?
It means something
I
to
like
the
that
players.
question.
It means something to the players at the bottom of the roster. It's for the players that didn't get drafted as high as they wanted to. It's made for the players that turn into London Fletcher. They end up being a yellow jacket. It's important for a lot of players that get overlooked because it's so easy to get overlooked in the draft process. You got to realize it's 5,000 plus of us coming out every year looking for the same job that Bruce Smith won't leave because he's been there for 17 years. Imagine trying to be a cornerback and Darryl Green been there for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
All right, so in 5,000, like 3,000 people gonna get turned down every year. Like, this job ain't for you, and they're gonna keep on coming.
Yeah.
So that preseason counts, all right, because we only good as the 53rd person on our roster. And so many times, the players that's taking lower become better than the players that's taking higher. It happens all the time.
So what he's saying is basically so your friend was kind of right. We don't necessarily go into that game saying we need to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But we go into that game that say that we want to get good reps. I remember being out there and the coach say, look, the guys that's going to play who I'm expecting to see on week 1, that's going to be my starters, give me whatever many reps I got you in the game. I want to see good stuff on tape.
Yeah.
And then now the guys that come in behind, show me you deserve to be on this team.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So whether you win, lose, or draw, you want to put good stuff on tape. And then we can kind of build from there. Every week is going to be a new week for you to get better. And then by the time the season starts, we should be ready to go.
You got a question? I do. All right, what you got?
Okay.
So during your careers, what team did you dread playing the most?
Did I dread playing? Who I hated?
Ooh, good question.
Well, we ain't really dread playing anybody, but sometimes if you know you're going to play Green Bay and it's December and it's 3 below, y'all sitting in y'all living room talking about look how soft they is. We out here in some tights and leotards we playing. And I can tell you what really hurt doing those cold games. Not getting hit hitting, because I think as you go, you warm up. It's when like somebody step on your toe.
Yeah.
And they got in their cleats, and you just hear your toe bust in your head. And you like, oh my God, I ain't gonna even be able to shower after the game. I'm just gonna have to get on the plane and leave. So I think it's the cold weather games, and I hated playing in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Because it's always dark and dingy. Right? It's always gray.
Gloomy as hell.
It's always gloomy. I be like, do the sun visit Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Ever. So it was Pittsburgh for me.
Oh, man.
What was
Here
it
we
for
go.
you, Tanner?
So I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all gonna scratch your head with this one. It wasn't a game that I didn't like cared about. It was the weather.
It's always
for me.
the weather.
Because you hate the cold, right?
I hate cold. No, but more so the cold. The cold wasn't nothing because I got used to from being in New York and here. It was rain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When it rained outside, I wanted to get in a cocoon and somewhere and hide myself. Like, I hated playing in the rain. And as a receiver, we play with gloves. I don't play with gloves for the simple fact that they look cool. I'm trying to slow that ball down. Mm-hmm. And the reason sometimes why you have fingers that look like these is because the ball done broke. The ball done broke so many of my fingers, it's impossible to catch the ball
That's how they really look.
with gloves on, and it's wet outside. So, like, I dreaded playing in the rain.
But I did like the snow games.
The snow games was fun.
I enjoyed the snow
that was
games.
fun. That was
like,
fun.
We making snow angels and all kinds of stuff. Like, we just playing.
It was just the rain for me.
Yeah.
Great question. That was a great question.
What you got? Yeah, they're going to be tough. Never.
I never discount them dudes.
Never. It's
They
something about them.
always gave us a hard time,
It's
regardless.
something about them when it come to us.
Yeah.
I don't care.
The one thing I'm happy about, they don't have your boy.
Oh, talking about Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, listen,
He found a way to
if
beat us
Daniel
every
Jones
time.
played us every day, he'll be a Pro Bowler.
Be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
They talk bad about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson fan a little bit, but
He beat our ass last year.
Yeah.
Last year, and they talk about his last 4 or 5 games in Pittsburgh, but he lost like a couple of top 10s
Yeah.
in Baltimore twice, Kansas City, and Philly.
Listen here, we don't feel sorry for Russell.
Yeah, we
I
ain't
want Russell to go through all the bad stuff he going through. It's our time.
I mean, I think they upgrade.
No, we won't overlook them. All right?
At all.
We would never overlook the Giants.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The Giants have had our numbers the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter who been quarterbacking. I think DeVito beat us one year. Tommy Cutlets beat us. So we don't overlook them, and we damn sure not going to overlook them with that defensive line they got.
Yeah.
And they got some young talent. Malik Neighbor's one of the best wide receivers in football right now. They got talent there. And Jackson Dart, when they finally decide to play him, he can play. Plus, they got Jameis on there. Never doubt Jameis Winston. Please, Lord.
I got neighbors on my fantasy team, too.
Please, Lord. What you got to say, Pittsburgh?
And I also feel like division rivalries, y'all pretty much know each other.
Yeah, we do.
No
we
doubt.
beat each other up all the time.
We beat each other up.
Yeah.
So, that plays a big part.
Yeah, it's
part.
like your brother. Your brother know how to fight you. If nobody else know how to fight you, your brother and sister, they know how to get you down.
I can get you last week. This week you might get me. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
And that happened. All right, we got one more, then we'll wrap it up on the questions.
One more
Anybody?
question.
We
Is
did.
that the New York section over there?
Giants
No,
fans are here.
I'm just asking.
Hey, yo, Tommy DeVito. We should have never caught him.
Do that section come with a thin slice of pizza or something?
Let me find out that's LT brother or
Hey,
somebody over
listen,
there.
we gonna handle y'all when we handle y'all. We got y'all in what, a week from now?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, a week
one,
from now. Hey, the one thing about a football game, the truth gonna come out.
Yeah.
It gonna come out in 4 quarters. Who the better team? All I can say is this. I feel like my head coach is better than yours. I feel like my quarterback is better than yours. I feel like my team is better than yours. So now we don't feel sorry for y'all. We gonna make y'all feel that pain.
It was cold that night.
It was cold that night, Willie.
That's how you do it. First of all, hey, thank you guys for showing up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
thank y'all for coming out.
tonight. Thanks for being with us here at Duffy Capitol Hill. Remember, NFL Sunday ticket and college football on Saturday. That is it for the Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek. How about a hand for Fred Smoot, Santana?
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Let's get a dub against Big Blue. You guys have a great night. We'll see you.
We just got loud on you.
703 726 7419 703 726 7419.
The views and opinions expressed by our podcast guests and or hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Washington Commanders or any of their representatives.